Hello and welcome to my 9th devlog for my game Drone Extreme. In this video I'm going to be going over what I've completed over the last 2 weeks. So this would include improved racing, then I also started on my stunt system and adding points. I also worked on UI and UI animations. So just to quickly show off some of the changes I made since last week in the racing. The points now spawn after you go through each one and delete behind, so there's none left. This does still need some tweaking. Of course I need to create a start point, end point and timer. Which I didn't get done this week. I focused solely on the stunt mechanics, which is next. So, yeah. So, just to quickly demonstrate the stunt mechanics. So, as you can see, as I fly around, if I do tricks like a flip, it will display that on the screen, what kind of trick I'm doing. So, flipping, barrel roll, dive bomb, which is going straight down, drift turn, which is going to the left and sideways. And when you do these tricks, you can see there is a score to add, which is the light blue. And when you're done your trick, it will add it to the player score at the bottom. There's also a multiplier. So the multiplier goes up when you do certain combos, like for instance, a tornado flip. So that's barrel roll and flip at the same time, and that will multiply the score before it is added to the player score. Now, there are some issues that I just didn't get the time to fix, small issues that I can fix pretty quick, like the inverted one isn't working, the ground kiss, as I call it, where you get really close to the ground, that isn't working at the moment. Or kind of works, but I think it's an easy fix, and so is a few of the combos. I also have proximity, so that would be the ground. If you get close to the if you go through tight gaps, it'll give you points for treading the needle, is what I'm calling it, as you can see. And also wall riding, which I don't have a wall to demonstrate with, but you have to essentially move along the side of a wall, and if you do it for an extended period of time, I think it's like 2 seconds, might decrease that, might tweak that a bit, but should have points as well for that. So then to just show you some of the code, quite a bit of code. It took me a while to get it all working right, and it's not still fully working, but the main time-consuming part is complete. So as you can see, I have multiple functions to detect what the player is doing. So like detecting if he's flipping, barrel rolling, drift turn, inverted, dive bomb, tornado flip, which is a combo, touching the ground, treading needle, dive flip roll, which is quite hard, but it's when you're diving and you do a flip or a roll, drift turn dive. So if you're drifting and turning and diving at the same time. So those are the combos, which increase the multiplier, which is here. So the multiplier gets added for each combo that is done, and then there is a timer on each one, so the multiplier stays there for 5 seconds after each combo is completed. And I also have the add score here, so this took a bit of tweaking and time to get right, but essentially what this does is it stops the player from doing, let's say if the player keeps flipping consistently, we want the player to change up what it's doing, so do a barrel roll, do multiple other skills and techniques to gain score, so that the player isn't constantly doing the same trick to get the score. So what this does is it stops that essentially. It will stop adding the score if the player continues to do the same repeated action. Um, then if we move down, so these are the detection functions. So I'm just getting the drone's angular velocity for most of these for rotation. I'm also saying if the player is at a certain speed and doing the rotation, only then will it be detected, because we don't want the player in the one spot just doing spins either. We want him moving around and having a bit of fun. Um, so there's the multiplayer, the adding score, and then there's also this, which took a bit of time, which is the updating actions text. So this is so that the actions on the screen are it shows you the current one at the bottom, the last one in the middle, and then the one before that at the top. So it kind of scrolls through each action the player is doing, going upwards on the screen, and we have the animator here as well for making it just pop as well, with the multiplier as well, which is down here. Makes it like jiggle, so it looks pretty cool. So to explain the combos then, I was originally using the detection methods to do it, but instead now I'm going to have to change these ones, but I've already done it with the tornado flip, where the actions perform, so the text that it shows on screen, if two actions close together are one after the other, let's say if it was a flip and a bar roll, or the other way around, a bar roll and a flip, it will then detect it. This is just a easier way of doing it, and it just yeah, it's nicer. It's nicer. Okay. Thanks for watching, and that's the end of this devlog.